Hello everyone, and welcome to this first video in our series on fiber basics. The purpose for today's video is to introduce you to fiber. No, not the fiber you had in your breakfast this morning, rather fiber optics, the phenomenon that we see on the internet today. You can basically transfer no data packet today without that packet traveling over a fiber network. To introduce you to fiber, I just want to show you a piece of fiber in comparison with a copper wire. What we see here on the fiber side is actually only the cladding, and the cladding is about 125 micron in size. That means micrometers. That's about a billionth of a meter. To put this in a bit more perspective, we can also compare this to a strand of human hair, which on average is about 70 micron in size. So why has fiber optics become this phenomenon, like I said earlier? If we look at society today, we see that people demand more data and information. They need this data to work, to play, to socialize, and all of those basic needs. I would go as far as to say that internet access today is becoming a basic need. Have you ever had that feeling when your internet connection goes down and it feels like you stopped breathing? To understand why fiber has become so prominent today, we need to understand the basic benefits of fiber versus other mediums of communication out there. Number one, it has exceptional bandwidth and it is basically future-proof. It is very easy to upgrade your infrastructure by changing your electrical equipment on both sides, while your infrastructure, the actual fiber infrastructure, still stays in place. Number two, it can carry many signals concurrently. While with your old electric or electromagnetic communication mediums, you can only transfer one data signal at one time. With fiber, you can actually filter out different wavelengths of light, and on each of these wavelengths of light, you can encode data. This is also why you have this exceptional bandwidth when we look at fiber. Number three, it is immune to electromagnetic interference. So, for example, if we take an ADSS cable today, a dielectric self-supporting cable today, and we can install that cable onto electrical infrastructure of our municipalities without the electrical currents having an influence and causing disruptions on that fiber signal or light signal traveling through the fiber. Then number four, fiber does not corrode like copper. If we look at the old copper infrastructure, it has a lifespan of about 5 years. When looking at fiber, we get a lifespan of about 15 to 20 years, but in actual fact the manufacturers guarantee the cable for up to 30 years. Number five, it is resistant to eavesdropping. While with your old copper infrastructure, you could actually open that cable and tap into the signal that was sent over the infrastructure. You cannot do that with light. Light is a directional signal, and when that fiber breaks, you cannot tap into that signal that is being sent over your fiber infrastructure. Number six, fiber is very easily used in conjunction with other LAN or any LAN and WAN standard out there today. We can easily plug in a fiber piece of equipment, and that can be plugged into a LAN network or a WAN network with your internet service provider. So WAN obviously stands for wide area network. Wide area network is usually your internet service provider, while your LAN, local area network, is the network inside your building, inside the office or inside the house. Number seven, your fiber is very lightweight. So whereas copper, for example, is made up of a metal, fiber is made up of glass, which is a much lighter material than copper. And it also has a very exceptional pull strength. When you, for example, take a fiber cable and a copper cable and something pulls on that cable, your copper cable will get more damage on the cable because of the structure of the cable versus a fiber cable. Your fiber cable has a Kevlar strength members that absorb a lot of the pressure or the tension that gets put on the cable. It also has a fiberglass strength member on the inside that also absorbs some of the tension, and then so the structure of your fiber cable just protects it much more than what your copper cables could do. Just to recap on these benefits quickly, we see that it has exceptional bandwidth and it is virtually future-proof. It can carry many signals concurrently, number 2. Number 3, it is immune to electromagnetic interference. Number 4, it does not corrode like copper, so it has a much better lifespan. Number 5, it is resistant to eavesdropping. Number 6, it can work in conjunction with LAN and WAN standards out there today. And number 7, it is very lightweight and it has a much better pull strength. Thank you for joining us for this video today, and we hope to see you for the next one. Bye bye.